Also, if you go for an unplugged conference or do the bots camp, you have to take a shower afterwards. You know, that's very...
Sorry, Maurice, John, one comment. I just made it live already because I think these talks are quite interesting for us to share as well.
Oh, okay.
So we are live if, that you don't say something no one should hear.
Thank you for giving me that advice, Thomas Schultz of Barcelona. Now, what we have here, we have the Anastasia Green. Is it from San Francisco?
Yes. Hi, guys.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes. So, is it in the morning? Did you already had breakfast?
Yes, I did. It was great. I'm having my coffee at WeWork. No promotion, but coffee is actually good.
Okay. Then we have the second lady. It's Julia Gresser from Copenhagen.
Hi, guys.
This is, I think, we have the same time. And then Mr. T-Shark, where are you from?
Los Angeles.
Oh my God. California twice.
Yeah.
Don't say there is a lot of sun now. It is?
Want me to be truthful or what do you want?
Okay.
It's a little hazy out.
All right. This is all the things, you know, the legends we want to hear from California. It is everything is in a way easygoing and a lot of sun. That's okay. That's okay. So maybe first, this is the Thomas Schultz, the founder. I have to say now the following, because we forget it in the opening session, that Thomas Schultz, he founded the Bots Camp. I go back into yes, it is. Yeah. He founded.
I hate finger pointing.
The Bots Camp in a hot Barcelona night. Can you explain this a little bit more in detail, Thomas?
Yeah, I don't know if everyone wants to hear that. No, but it happens. Sometimes we have sun in Barcelona as well. It was in August last year, and I got up. We had some other projects, and then finally I couldn't sleep. Got up and said, there should be a possibility to make like all these bots AI stuff, not offline but online. You know, like traveling all around the world as we see now, like Los Angeles, Copenhagen, or even the UK, Barcelona, Zurich is very nice. I have been to all these places already, but you know, I said like it's that big hassle, it should be online. So yeah, I said like, okay, let's do it. And then in 2 days, I set up the conference. So it took me 2 days to make like the concept and then set up the website, Slack, and then, yeah. And now we are already in the third edition. So amazing. But you have to say as well something, you know, it's not me who makes yeah, I started the Bots Camp, you know, but the end, it's like the community, the speakers, the supporters, partners, everything, what makes the Bot Camp, you know. I just started it. So it's yeah, someone has to start it, but then it needs a lot more than just the founder.
Mm-hmm. No. Then you contacted the Ainara. Can she look in the camera or?
No, she is having her coffee outside because she was she's exhausted as well, like onboarding all the speakers and asking questions, sending links and everything. So she has her break now. Yeah.
Okay. That's confirmed. That's okay. The permission granted. So
but she is not a bot, I have to say. She's my wife, so I have to.
Okay. All right. So the Ainara Bilbao is the conference manager, and then you contacted me, and I was fascinated on the phone after this hot night in Barcelona, which I didn't know that, and yes, I said yes. And now 11 months later, you know, this is something about exponential growth, which reflects also the power and the speed of the bot world. Only 11 months after we are here, you know, with this incredible growing community with you as speakers. And now comes the first question. Oh, the Mark is here. Mark, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Mark is here. No, where is he?
No, Mark is Mark is there.
Yeah.
No, sorry. By the way,
It's so much
you see
fun.
this flag? You see this flag?
Yeah.
It should be Switzerland. But, I am a bad lecturer with total bad charcoal qualities. I think I did Denmark. Julia just informed me this is Denmark, not Switzerland. Whatever. Okay, now first question about this bots camp we experienced. What was the highlight for you? Mark, what was your highlight today?
Well, actually, my highlight was getting the time correct because initially I was 1 hour off, but yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to see any of the other sessions, so I'm going to go back now and watch them. So I'm going to hold off on that until I do that.
Yeah, this is a good thing we have to replace. You know, the bots camp, you don't miss a thing. If you cannot watch it, you have to replace afterwards. About the time zone, Thomas, it's true. The time zones sometimes are a kind of issue.
Yeah, definitely. We have every bots camp, we have the same, you know. The first edition, we trusted Google, and then we were landing in a mess because then they said, oh no, it's 1 hour later, earlier. So now what we are doing, we are checking the time you have on Slack, you know, and this is the perfect match, because if you ask Google, sometimes it says like 1 hour more or less. So, and it's quite important that as we are Swiss made, you know, Swiss watch, we need to start punctual. So, yeah.
Mark, by the way, where are you from now, broadcasting?
So I'm near the Wall Street area in Lower Manhattan, New York City.
Oh my God, it's the US, huh? It's a US package. So, Julia, what was your highlight today?
Well, first of all, meeting so many new people. Even though I'm just virtually meeting them, but I hope that there are cool connections coming out of that. Also, listening to the stories, and I also thought it was really good organized. So I was following the YouTube channel the whole afternoon, and it was really nice keeping time, and we had no bigger delays, at least not in the Zurich room. That was great. And thanks to the organizers for that, for all three of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, three of.
Yep.
Yeah, I will tell her later.
Good thing.
I have to say, suddenly there is a disturbing sun here in Zurich. It's crazy. So it happens now and
It's
then.
just from California.
Saying hi.
Yeah, maybe, you know, it's dramatic. Okay.
Nice.
So, thank you. So, Anastasia, what was your highlight?
It's hard to tell. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch same because it's still morning for me. I'll come back to that. What I learned today is that Google can lie, and you guys shouldn't trust Google on time, at least. That was a big shock for me. And also now I know that I can finish presentation slides in 10 minutes instead of 45 because I was finishing them right before my speech. And what really fascinates me is that you guys pulled up somehow, getting together all the speakers from all over the world. And I'm very passionate about, if you know, virtual workplace by Facebook. And that's where we're going to. Like, we are online from all over the world. People are watching. It's all digital, but we all present here and able to share our knowledge and our experience. That's amazing.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
This is the target of the bots camp. T-Shark, what was your experience or highlight?
I'm kind of in the same boat. I didn't have a chance to really watch all the full presentations. I did kind of catch glimpses. But again, this is a pretty impressive presentation, having everyone together, and can't wait for the next one. But yeah, just I haven't seen any of the shows yet, so I can't talk about them. But next time, I'll definitely let you guys know my comments. But
Okay.
just happy to be.
We just received in Slack some greetings from Graz, Austria. Mr. Meyer, thank you. And there are some comments coming in the Slack. You know, it is this crazy, as you said, Anastasia. Everyone talks about the new world of work, which is connected to some architectural work, or let's say amendments in the building or interior decorations, whatever. And there is another new world of work, which is the one we are in right now. It's the digital collaborative knowledge gain. And also for me, this is it's really some kind of future, you know, get rid of all this flying around and whatever. Well, I like to fly around, but you know, when it comes to conferences, it is not a must anymore. And also this is something we are not on a mission with the Bots Camp. It just is a side effect, and I think a very important one for the future, to connect and to stay at home, in the university, in the office, wherever you are. We had one student. Do you remember, Thomas? Once we had a broadcast with Bucharest, Romania, and there was one student in the car. And thanks to the mobile phone, she could connect to our broadcast. And then she was saying, I'm not in the university, I'm not at home, I'm in the car. And this is also the future, you know, provide education right into a car where a human being is stuck in the traffic of a big city. So this could also then be a new thing. So, and the second question I was thinking about, we heard, or today I was listening to a lot of opportunities for different industries applying chatbots, AI, and machine learning. Do you have also some kind of vision or idea or experience? What is some kind of very crispy industry right now who would go or is already going for a lot of chatbot services? You have anything in mind or experiences, you know, some kind of major industry application for the chatbots?
I can add that one of the industries I was just looking research about is the finance, because they spend so much money on customer support and all the call centers, and they are very good with counting how much money they can save on implementing this kind of technology. Yep. So I'm just hearing like questions from different banks and fintech companies about how we can add this technology, because we know that's going to save our money.
Yep. Others?
Well, I'm thinking about the tourism industry, but also maybe because I have a tourist background, also thinking about AI. When you walk through an airport, there's a lot happening with interactive fields. So not only bots, but I think in this industry there will be a lot coming soon at airports and airplanes and so forth.
For this one, yeah. I'm sure about it. I'm sure about that as well. Sorry, that the airports, this is some kind of own universe when it comes to possible interactions between travelers and to know more about their needs, their origins, and what they want to do tomorrow. So I think tourism, yes, and flight industry has a keen interest, especially airports as well, because, you know, if you are familiar with the philosophy or the science of Areotropolis, maybe you know that guy. Areotropolis is the man who is investing a lot of time when airports become new cities. And if this would be like this as the Schengen, no, the Schiphol airport of Amsterdam in the Netherlands, it is some kind of this Areotropolis. There, in a way, you have to go in there, you know, with automated services. You cannot do it anymore, let's say, with human services. It's just too much travelers there every day. You cannot cope it. Sorry, I think I interrupted you, Mr. T-Shark. Sorry to say that. I love the name.
Travel in general. I was just going to say travel in general, from the airlines. More airlines are using it to definitely maybe like a what's called a guide. What's called a travel assistant, right? giving you information about your, giving more context to where you are. Maybe you're traveling into a new city and you're asking certain questions about landmarks. But yeah, I feel like the travel industry for sure is going to be leveraging it more, just because you'll be able to have different languages, right? Be able to talk to different types of people, different people from all around the world, and it's not just English.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark?
Yeah, sure. So with what we're doing, we're creating a general purpose platform. So we're hoping that many, many industries will be able to utilize it. But we are seeing a lot of use in healthcare oriented applications, as well as financial services. One of the examples that I talked about in my presentation was in the insurance space. So I think that is a really great example where there are customers that are looking for insurance in this case, and there are various processes that are largely just kind of moving numbers around or moving information around. There isn't a lot of physical aspect to it, and these are very ripe for automation. One further point, a very large percentage of the economy is what I would call based around consumer forgetfulness, where you are, offered a gift card and you forget to, use it, or you're offered a rebate and you never check it in, or you get some sort of promotion or whatnot, or you have an insurance policy and you don't realize that whatever happened is something that you can claim against that policy. So I think that one of the interesting aspects that bots bring to the equation is really never forgetting about those kinds of things, and providing a means of really empowering individuals that would otherwise, forget about these opportunities or let slide what they're potentially entitled to. And I think that could reshape a lot of the economy, in the sense that if something like a gift card is priced knowing that 30% of the people will just never use it, then now gift cards have to cost 30% more. It's sort of balance it back, right? So I think there might be a reshifting of those types of aspects of the economy as well.
Wow. Cool. Thank you for that inspiring remark, Mark. Cool.
Boys.
Thank you.
Now, Thomas.
No, I think we didn't speak now in this panel about governments, citizens, smart cities. I had a very interesting speech from Antoine. He's based in France, in Paris, and they are making like a hub for bots and chatbots for all governmental services, e-government. Yeah, beside healthcare, definitely. But I think empowering like citizens, services, governmental stuff, I see there a huge opportunity for all aspects about cities. We have to get smarter, like the services, and for this is like a no-brainer using like AI bots and chatbot services for that. No.
Mm. So, and also I heard about the Mitsuku bot today, that the Mitsuku from Japan, this female bot, after 12 years of development, is capable of surviving and managing sarcastic situations in the chat text. Just imagine this. Here, it was really, I was lately at a meeting where people, and I understood it, said, yes, there is a frontier in the chatbot world. It is a sarcastic situation. And I could follow that AI and NLP maybe is not capable of coping it. And now comes this presentation today in the bots camp, and this guy said to me that the Mitsuko from Japan, he can do that. She can do that even, So that means the speed of development is simply breathtaking, you would say. Maybe in another country. Well, in Switzerland, we say breathtaking. Okay, good. So, any more dramatic remarks?
I'm also thinking about the automotive industry. So we work a lot with automotive in iMotions, and there's so much going on. Look at Tesla. When you see the big screens in there, that's not only in the electric cars. Self-driving cars are coming. Those will also interact with the driver. And we really like to look into also how those people can adapt faster to this. Is this scary? How scary is it for the driver and the co-pilot? And can a bot, for example, talking to those people help feeling more comfortable in a self-driving car? So there are a lot of areas, I think in the next few years, we will see also in automotive.
Okay, cool. Anastasia?
Yeah, I wanted to add about bots as personalities who understand sarcasm and other things. Our bot, Ava, that we're building, it's built for the workplace to understand emotions of people. So like imagine right now on all those screens, you would have the data about emotional state, each of the speaker. And it's like additional input because we are so far from each other. And like you can't sense it, right, with your empathy, like staying around, but you can have that additional data. And that's what's happening in the workplace. So basically what's happening is all workplace moves online. It all becomes remote. And there is no like cool girl in the office who can make the culture and atmosphere fun and good. So that's the place where chatbot are applied really well, because all those HR features, recruitment features are easily can be covered by artificial intelligence. And that's also like something that I'm just so passionate about.
So that
sarcasm is amazing.
So, and if we sum it up, yes, it is true that a lot of working profiles, they are endangered species, or they are in the focus of just disappear to the unknown. At the same time, I think there will be a lot of new jobs generated by the bot world. I think there will be professions which we don't know yet. We are all pioneers here. So I experienced this kind of situation. Also, it was with the web, it was with the apps. Nobody knew anything about it before, and then suddenly it created new jobs. The educational programs were adapted. There were then master classes for somewhat, web evangelists. They were called at the start. I was all the time confused. What is it, with this religion? This is some kind of user or web evangelist? Where is his book or his Bible? What the hell is he talking about? And I think it will create again some kind of new things, and we will get rid of some old things or existing things. Time will tell. The future will show us, but I think very fast. Yeah. So, Thomas, you have a final remark as the man from the hot night in Barcelona.
Yeah, you see the sun. No, it's not the sun. It's the light here in my studio. Yeah. What shall I say? Thanks for it was again an amazing conference. And I just could see the presentations on my channel. And then I will switch to Zurich channel to see all the others. But what I saw in my 7 presentations, it was amazing, and I'm really looking forward and that we have already the next bots camp by end of September, 28th of September. But there is an important thing to say. The applications are nearly closed already. So we have already 15 people who applied with great presentations, insights from angles we didn't hear by now. So, and this is exactly the intention why I started the bots camp. We will move that forward, or that fast forward, that we have to make the conference every 3 months. So
good.
Now, like the call to action, and then to give you the last words, and the people here on this talk, like saying, yes, if you want to apply to for the next bots camp in September, or the last one this year will be on December 7th. So already then number 5. You know the song number 5. So yeah, thanks again. So it was again big work to do, and but I really liked the whole conference and all the speeches and the comments and the technical stuff and the community supporting us. So yeah, thanks, and see you soon.
Yeah, thank you too. And wow, cool sign. Yes. This is something like this. Oh my God!
It's like emoji.
Emoji. Oh my God! It's a wave of emotion. Thank you, all of you. Thank you very much. And never forget, I promised everyone that you are available in our Slack community 24/7.
We have to build a bot for ourselves.
Never sleep again. You're on your bots camp. Thanks. Goodbye.
Thank you,
everyone.
So thanks. Bye bye.
Virtual high fives.